And we're live. And today I am playing the AT Games console that I bought. Now, in order to make this game work though, to play the arcade section, we gotta insert some coins. Hit the A button, then hit the start button. And we'll see what happens. These games are being played in a beautiful 720p. So, I never played this game, so bear in mind. Alright, we're gonna have to move this so you guys can see what the hell's going on. But, you think the start button would stop this. So, when you want to quit a game, you gotta hit this button. That's basically the menu / reset button. And we'll insert more coins, like you would if you were playing an arcade game. Sadly, though, this is the annoyance with the arcade classics on this system. You can add a scanline filter too to make it look more older. But we're going to go back for the moment. I want to show you guys another game. Bad Dudes. We're going to try to play Bad Dudes on this console. Now, we're going to look around here. Bad Dudes should be around here somewhere. If not, we're going to go back to the first games. We have Commando, Bad Dudes versus the Dragon. Now, this is the game that a lot of people have talked about on this system. That's caused a lot of problems. Now, in order to get this to work, though, go to here. Damn it. Okay, the graphics look fine. They're about on par with the My Arcade console. But, will the controls of this controller work for this console? The A button does not work, so you're pretty much walking through kicking people, which is kind of annoying. When you're playing a console game, you think the buttons... Damn. You punch a lot of bad guys, though. Einstein with the freak. Anyway. There we go, you can pick items up. These ninja stars are a little bit of a pain. But when you're done getting your butt kicked by this console, we'll take a look at the scanline filter in a moment. I'm trying to review this console, so your guys are probably not going to see all the games. But there's one classic on here that is not a... How should I put it? I don't know if they were licensed to them by the said company, but we will look. Oh, there's Hyperdyne. Side, okay, it's that Maiku, something Hunter G. A bunch of really bad sport games. Rally X isn't bad. Mappy's decent. Mappy works really well. I don't know about Joe and Mac and Joe and Mac Returns, but let's take a look at Rally X. This is licensed by Bandai Namco. Or we're assuming this is licensed to this console by Bandai Namco. Dodge the red cars and the rocks. Okay. Well, it looks pretty good. You guys are probably not going to see this on the TV because of the color. But if I were to... How should I put it? Move it over to the screen. As you guys can see, that's the color. And the game's starting itself without me because the console requires you to do this. Put your 4 coins, press the A button, you have your 4 credits, copyright of Bandai Namco 1980, don't worry Bandai Namco, we're only doing this for review purposes for this Legends Flashback console. We'll press the start. We're going to take a look and see how this console plays. You got a controller here. And basically it's like any other maze type game. Gameplay's actually good. You know, watch out for the red cars though. This is basically like playing Pac-Man a little bit. This is basically a Bandai Namco's version of Pac-Man but with cars. So you're gonna get the idea that this is a Bandai Namco style Pac-Man clone. And you're not wrong to think that. The noise too is when you change to go to the menu, the console does that bit of a flicker. So we're gonna go play the one I was talking about though. Not Super Sly Agents or Strider, which actually runs really good, or nor Super Burger Time. Shootout's alright. It's a Soido 2.5D shooting game. We're gonna look at the one reason why I bought this console, and that is Street Fighter 2, The New Challengers. Reserved by Capcom. And it has all the games. Reserved by Capcom. Okay, great. You guys probably can see this. There we go. Now, we're going to press the A button to start the game. There's a rewind / feature that works sometimes. There it is. Now, we're going to press the insert coin button as usual, because this is supposedly the arcade port. Then we're going to press the A button. If we wanted to, we can also add the scanline filter to make it look more like you got the more older style TVs. This is playing the games in HD 720p. We press the start button, the A button, and then press the start button. There is another controller for this. It's in there because, for obvious reasons, down out there in my little basket because. And then you can choose what character you want to play as. So you can choose all the characters. I'm going to choose M. Bison just to try him out. We're going to Japan. Now, this is where the controls are going to be a little iffy. The B button's your attack. Apparently, Bison's not doing anything. You can press the X and Y buttons on here to get some combos, but it doesn't seem to work. The controls are actually not doing anything, even no matter how much I press on the input. And not Ken, and just freaking spam his freaking attack. Very bad game design. A lot of people, including Rerez and Review Take Your Sick, have complained about this console before because the games themselves, normally you can buy all the Street Fighter games now for PlayStation 4 and play them in 1080p or 4K for less the price, about the same price as you would for paying for this console. But let's take a look at the fifth and final thing in the game. Although we have console games, which are Mega Man, I prefer doing it A to Z because we can see all the games. The fifth and final thing on here, Tetris. And this is a console port of Tetris too. Or we should hope. Everything looks like what you would do. Yeah, the only noise is though, you gotta gently let the pieces fall down where you want them to go. Because this game, I press on the down arrow, the piece will shoot down really fast and land in a spot that I don't want it to go. This is annoying when you want to play a game of Tetris. Now, I can pause this game right now. Reach into this bag that's on the floor here. I just took out. Pull out this console. Pull out this cartridge. Blow into the cartridge, even though they tell you to use rubbing alcohol. I'm lazy and avoid going out and spending money on very expensive rubbing alcohol. Turning this baby on. $1987. Here it is, Tetris. See? It's not that hard. How can you mess up Tetris AT games? You slow down the pieces, yes, which is fine. You want your pieces to be slow when you're moving them. How can you mess up Tetris? Although it is fun if you want to add the scan line feature to it. Is this console good? Well, some of the games that aren't arcade, that are console games, actually work. And there's some that are just okay. But if you want a good port of Bad Dudes, all you need to buy, and I'll go get it, it's just over here, is this tiny console, the My Arcade Gamer 5 Portable, which I have reviewed. You guys can check that out on my channel. This has the better port of Bad Dudes. The sound effects may be a little off because of the tiny speaker, but with the other 308 something games built into this console, plus the Data East hits, this is well worth money spent compared to this console here. It may not have Tetris though, but you get the idea. The console itself has to be really good. And yes, it is cold here in Texas, and I am freezing. I hate cold weather. But let's soldier on and resume this game. There we go. See, I'm not even trying to do bad here. This is the game itself. I press down. Never press on the down arrow on this D-pad. Hell, I could probably play Tetris on my PlayStation 4 and get much better results for the console itself. But that's just me. Let's see. How do I do like the scanline effects? Let's see here. You can now quit the game by pressing the A button. And this is a Sega Genesis style controller, similar to the older wireless controllers I had for their Sega Genesis console system. Now, we can do this. You can do the list of the arcade games, which only go up to about Terranian and Tournament Pro Golf, which, let's face it, is not very good. Although Super Real Darwin is a game I have not played, so let's try this out. You need to insert the coins. It's another flying game. I actually like flying games like Galaga and this, so this game, which is made by Data East, is going to be alright. And similar to the other game. That's me hitting the buttons. I died, but as you can see, I'm going to produce something here real quick. This is basically like any other bullet hell shooter, Galaga style game. I got some boosters. And I died. Let's do this for a moment. I'm going to turn the sound up so I can hear if this is just the console itself. I did have the sound down a bit, so obviously you're not going to hear everything that I'm trying to talk to you guys. And the people who, if anyone watches this video, they may not make the same mistake as I did. There we go. Okay, just my music's a little bit louder. The blasters. Yeah. Boom. This game is not bad, actually. Oh, there's a giant-ass Japanese fire dragon salamander down there. Maybe that's the aliens attacking us. So, what's the verdict on this game? This game's actually awesome. It actually feels fun. And even with the scanline filter on there, you can actually feel like you're playing an older console game. But, let's go to a game that everyone would consider Dark Souls level hard, Mega Man, and Mega Man 2. There's also Judge Dredd, Champions World Soccer, which, let's face it, for a Sega game, it sucks. Especially with these controls. We already played Tetris. Felios is another bullet hell game, so we're going to try Mega Man 1, and I'll show you guys Judge Dredd before I end this video. This is, although we may try Strider before I get off. This is Mega Man by Capcom. So, we press the start button. Let's see, who do we want to fight? Let's try Iceman. I haven't tried this one yet. Oh my god, the flash almost can give you a seizure. So, we have to clear 50,000 points. With the Skylines, it does look older. And what's great about the Mega Man games is it lets you pick what bosses you want to fight. So it's kind of a fun thing. Ow! You little bugger. I've never played any Mega Man games in the series, so... Ow. Oh, so they can do this. Well, we're in the Tiger Electronic version of this. Oh wait, we're not the video game nerd, but the Tiger Electronics version of this. There's a bit of a delay though with Mega Man. I've noticed when you're playing this game. At least it doesn't have the annoying coin scissors. And as you notice when I was playing some of the arcade games, you'll see a coin slot on the top. You place 1, 2, 3, or 4 coins. It sucks. I already reviewed this console first, doing the details. I want to give off a little bit of gameplay for these things. Let's look at Judge Dredd. How can you mess up this console game? Well, let's take a look. This is a Sega port. Even though Sega has already been left, and they're getting ready to bring out a tiny Sega Genesis, maybe. I wouldn't mind buying a mini Sega Genesis. Who wouldn't? Or they're bringing out another version. I can't remember. It's either that or it's a Dreamcast. I'm not sure. Sega has so many consoles, even I've lost it. This is a probe entertainment game, though. The same guys would give us Mortal Kombat on another AT Games console. At least the Sega Genesis portable console doesn't have this many issues. And we don't care about the climate change and all that bullshit. Let's get this gameplay started. As you'll notice, we'll just press the start button. The Justice Central, we can skip that. We just need to get to the roots of the gameplay. With the scanline filter, I know this is the only game I think that has that freaking A button that actually works. Die. Okay, so what do we do? As you see, you can't go back this way because that's a taxi. You can't drop down. You can duck though. We have infinity ammo. The Y button doesn't work, but the B button's the jump. C does nothing. X does a little bit of a kick. This is some sort of hand motion. I don't know what it is. Oh shit. I don't know what those are. Okay, I think we just wasted our grenade. This is the annoying part. Like, where do you go? It's like there's no entrance or opening. Here's Dredd have a... I have no idea. This station with this console. Or at least this game, I've never played Judge Dredd. There's a mobile version for iOS, but that, yeah. Alright, we're going to go to one more game before I get off here and actually go to a real console. My brain melts. I promise you guys, and I'll show it to you. Let's just go all the games. Strider. I'm playing Super Burger Time and Burger Time in a different video. There's no sound effects for this Strider game, so we're left to assume many things. I don't know if this is a console. Okay. There we go. Now we can see. This is a... There, we're going to turn the scan line off. This is a one of those... arcade games, so we're kind of left with much better. We got sound at least. Oh, Russia. old Soviet Union. How we miss you. This does something. Nope. Okay, so the B button is what we want. And for an arcade game, this is pretty violent. But then we just get sliced in half and explode, so... shit. In futuristic Soviet Russia, we evacuated Novak and Molotov cocktails. Well, this isn't so bad, actually. Just slice everyone to pieces. Now you're afraid. Maybe Soviet Russian robots. No match on it. Oh, that guy's committing suicide. And this game has 2 players as well. If you get a buddy though and you want to trick them in from a really bad console, get them this. It's going to be a really, really bad prank. That guy ran away. He was against his only robot friends. Oh, I actually died. Oh well. So this game's fun. I will give this game Strider is one of the better console games / arcade games on this system. Hands down. But, as we all know, who needs this when you got good old PlayStation 4 or one of the other various consoles? I don't get to play with the damn TV. Stupid remote broken. Something's wrong with the remote anyway. Oh my god. Not the freaking PC. Please go to HDMI 1. There we go. Okay, my gosh. And I'm going to thank you all for sticking with this rather long live stream. And until next time, I'll show you the other game. Burger Time and Super Burger Time, and then maybe Burger Time on my arcade. We'll see.